How we doing, people? I'm out here enjoying the campfire. We got a little fire going tonight. I worked on the RAV today. I got a RAV4 that needed rockers, inner and outer rocker panels. If you don't know what the inner ones are, they're the structure. The road salt in New York State is so rough on vehicles. And first, let me just say this. I know there's a lot of people out there that they buy a vehicle sometimes every 2 years. They just trade them in. This video really ain't for you. I mean, you can watch it, but at the end of the day, you're not worried about road salt. You're not worried about rust and corrosion. I had at least 3 full-size shovel full of rust and debris that came out of the rockers. I had to use the descaler and go across the subframe. What I'm trying to do, people, is extend the life of this. It's just a backup vehicle. I'm trying to extend it a year or 2 more until I can find another one down south, something decent, another just a runner. You when you own old vehicles, you need to have 2 or 3 vehicles so that if one breaks, you can fix it. Now, I travel, so I don't always have the luxury of just staying home and fixing things, but when things break, I need to get parts coming so that the next time I'm home, I can get them fixed. So you need 2, and if really you need 3 vehicles if you're gonna run old ones. So I have 3 right now. I have the 2010 Ford from Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's the big truck, the Tonka. And I've got the 04 Tacoma. And that thing's a Texas truck, another solid vehicle. And then, of course, the RAV4 was born and raised here in the road salt. So there's a few things that need to be taken care of. I've got the inner and the inner structure one already all put in. I got all the rust and debris taken out of the right side. The left side's not as bad. It just needs about maybe a foot piece in the back. We've got our steel delivered today. Let's take you up front. Let's take you up front and we'll go take a look at the situation, what we have. I did get the rest of the house cleaned. Let me show you here. So I got this whole side of the house cleaned. I got it all scrubbed. And of course I've got all my stuff laying out in the yard now. But I just cleaned the shed out. The shed of many colors, so we're getting that basically squared away. I don't know if you can see this. Let me come out here and turn this light on. Okay, there we go. There's our steel, people. This is going to be a carport, the structure. I did put a cone there so that nobody runs into them. I got 20 pieces of 1/8 inch wall, 2x2 square stock, and I've got 1 1.5 by 3. That's going to be the ridge board, and I've got 1 stick of 1 3/4. That's going to be that goes inside the other ones. We'll get you onto that one, but this is what I want to show you. I've got this. Well, I mean, I'm going to have to show you in the daytime, but as you can see, I got the lower inner rocker all put in. So we just need to put the outer rocker in it. Those are over here. You can see them. There you go. That's the deal. We've got the house all clean. We've got the exterior and the all the sidewalk pads pressure washed. I got the entire driveway pressure washed. There's a little bit of stains in it, but it's almost 20 years old. I did go over every inch of it with the yellow end on the pressure washer. That's a Generac, people. That's been around for 20 years and it still works perfect. It's got a Honda engine. But we got the house washed and we've got the driveway done. What else? We're getting our chores done. You know what I mean? We're getting the chores done that says we've neglected it for a couple, 3, 4, or 5 years. We need to get it done. I'll tell you, the grime that came off. Now, I use my driveway, people. I use it. I fabricate on it and I do other things that gets it dirty, but I went over every inch of that thing with that pressure washer, and I'm very happy with it. You could lay right down and roll around on it and be completely clean now. It's just like a very clean pad now. But anyway, I got that done, and we got the grass mowed. What else? I'd got quite a little bit done here in the last couple of days. I got all the pressure washing done. I redid the sump pumps. I got them individually put into their own distribution lines. They have their own electrical supply. We're trying to think ahead. I actually have a mini split. I had that came in the mail, but it was all damaged, so I had to let it go back. We got another one coming. I think it's called Blue Ridge or something like that, but that's another one coming. It's I want to say a 30,000 BTU, so that should be a good one. But we got some of the other stuff in, the supplies we needed. We're getting a Generac. We're getting a 24,000 watt generator, Generac, whole house, 200 amp with the disconnect panel and all that. So that'll be coming. We're going to do a full installation for you on that to show you how to install one of those as a DIYer. You don't have to hire everybody, people. You can try some of this stuff yourself. Now, if you feel like it's over your head, by all means, hire somebody. But at the end of the day, you got friends and people that will give you a hand. So reach out to someone that that is an electrician or has the skill set that can put them in, and see if they can't help you out and save you, the DIYer, a little bit of that limousine dollar that you're going to spend if you pay someone to put it in. And it will be a long limousine dollar when you got to pay it out. Trust me. I mean, you can call me a cheapskate. You can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I try to do everything myself. If I mess it up or whatever, then we can get someone to fix it after. But I've got a pretty good track record so far. I put the boiler in myself, the outdoor wood boiler. Ran all the lines. I mean, I pretty much have a skill set to build a house and all that anyway, but how do I put this? There's other things you need to try and experience and try to do yourself. This is a pep talk for you to do stuff and to work on things yourself and not have to hire it done every time. What else did I wanted to tell you? We got all that stuff underway. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I got to go to Houston on Monday, so we're getting everything in order. I took the, that's what it was. I took I had a little shelter over on the side of the house here, and it was kind of an eyesore. It was a makeshift situation that I made just to put in front of the outdoor wood boiler when it was storming out. But it wound up trapping a lot of the smoke in there when you opened the door, and you wound up smelling like pretty bad, like smoke real bad when you left out of there. So we got rid of that, and I put it on the side of the house. But what I did was I had my generator in there and my snowblower, but I've got that in the shed. They're going in the shed now. I took that thing, I tipped it on its side and on its roof, and I drug it way out in the woods. It's going to be now repurposed as a deer blind. I'm going to build a small, maybe 4 feet off the ground, a little grid. We're going to pick that up and put it on there, and then close in the ends on it a little bit, so you have just like a window on both sides, and we're going to face that towards the woods. And when it's raining or really bad out, we might have a little opportunity where we can go sit in that. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to have the rockers done on that. And hold on a minute, the light just went out. And so what I didn't want to run into, the RAV runs really good, but the rocker panels needed to be replaced. There is the subframe structure that had a lot of scale on it, and I went through with the descaler and the needler, and I went across the entire subframe, everything, all the connecting links. I pretty much cleaned the entire subframe and underneath of that vehicle today, and I am filthy. But at the end of the day, we're going to go ahead and put some black fluid film. I have a 1 gallon can of the black fluid film. We're going to go ahead, and after we get all the seam sealer done on it and finished on the rockers, we're going to go ahead and we're going to coat that whole thing with the black fluid film, and that should keep it for another year or two. and the inspection, New York State inspection won't be able to fail it due to you know, rocker panels being bad, or you know, maybe it was kind of close to the substructure, so I wanted to fix that so that they didn't red flag me. But we're going to be good to go. We're going to use that as a backup unit, and we're going to have the big boy toy there. That's going to always be ready to roll. And then I got the Tacoma. So, yeah, this is Bry. I got some progress at the compound, and we got a lot of little things done, and we're happy. You know, we're happy that we got them done. And I got a fire burning out back. I cleaned out the shed with all the little pieces of, I don't know what you'd call them, just little pieces of scrap and bark and all that from stacking wood in there. I got that all cleaned out, and then I used my leaf blower and blew it all out. But yeah, so we're doing that. We're getting her done. We're getting her done right, because if you ain't getting her done right, you ain't doing it. This is your boy Bry. I got to get on down the road. I just wanted to give you an update over here at the compound. We're doing rocker panels, inner and outer, and we're doing body work, because as soon as that gets done and I get this carport done, you know that 86 Dodge Ram is going in there, and we are going to get that baby right. We're going to have it out of the elements, and we're going to be able to work on it over the winter. And come spring, I'm painting that baby. I've already made my mind up. And if you know, when I put my mind to something, I'm like a hound dog. Oh, oh, oh! I'm like a hound dog, baby. I got to go.